Good morning, everyone. We are going to start. There's probably still some people about to arrive due to those Lewis delays, but we won't judge them when they arrive late. And hopefully they'll slip in quietly. But while you're all taking your seats after that lovely breakfast, I'd just like to say good morning. Welcome to the Women in Data Science Dublin Regional Conference for 2026. This year's theme is Women in the Loop, and that's something we absolutely want to see and we fundamentally need in terms of AI ethics and governance in wider data fields, and really anywhere data is being used to shape decision making that impacts society, because hey, we're half of it. We are in for a great day of talks and discussions, all delivered under the core aim of WiDS, which is to inspire and educate data scientists worldwide, regardless of gender, and to support women in the field. I'm not a woman in data science. I am your MC for today. I'm Elaine Burke. I'm a science and technology journalist. I'm the host of the For Tech's Sake podcast. And you can connect with me today on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Blue Sky if you haven't already. But this day is categorically not about me. It is about you women in data science. It's about you and our superb speakers and their experience and the expertise that they have to share with you. We're going to have an opening keynote followed by some lightning talks, an interactive lab session, an afternoon panel discussion, and most importantly, plenty of opportunity for you to ask questions and participate. We're going to use Slido for questions at the end of our first session. So that's questions for our keynote speaker, our lightning speaker, and the lab session mentors. So the Slido graphic will come on the screen. You scan the QR code and submit your questions that way, and hold them in your mind until that point, or write them down until you get that chance to feed them through. We'll also have plenty of breaks and opportunities for you to refresh, connect with one another, and that in between. But before we get to anything, I have to give you some housekeeping notes. And we are delighted to be here today in the Salesforce Tower. It's a gorgeous day and it works really well in a room like this. And you'll see that there are Salesforce team members dotted around, and you need them if you are going to be leaving or entering this floor, because they need to swipe you in and out of the access points. So if you need to have a break, go outside, you do need to be escorted by a member of the Salesforce team to do that. So no vaping or smoking is allowed on the balcony on level 7. So if you do need that break, try to go as a group so you can save the resources of the Salesforce team, and you will need those escorts. And if an emergency alarm goes off, this is not a test. Once again, the Salesforce team members will be your guide to exits in the event of an evacuation. Put your phones on silent, if you will, but please do take pictures and share what you learn here today. There's toilets on either side of me here. There's more on this side than on that side, so you're probably better off going this way. And if you could just be quiet as you leave and exit. Lunch options later on will be clearly labelled as vegan and gluten-free, so do check what you're having so that you get what you need there. And also note that we are recording today's talks and sessions, and they will be made available online afterwards. So that's all of the notes and housekeeping, and everyone's all settled in now. Lovely. And now on to the good stuff to kick us off. Can I please introduce WiDS ambassadors Rebecca Barford-Ryan and Rachel McInerney for a few words of welcome.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Rebecca Barford-Ryan. Along with Rachel, we are WiDS ambassadors, and we are really excited to see you here today. Some familiar faces from the past few years, some new faces. So I suppose the big question is, what is WiDS? Maybe as a starting point. So WiDS is Women in Data Science. It's a voluntary organization that has the aim of cultivating leaders within the data science and AI fields. And this is done through learning opportunities, networking, and different events. And this regional conference for WiDS is one such event. I'm going to show you a quick video just to give an indication of the work that's done as part of WiDS Worldwide.
WiDS Worldwide. I am a data science and AI leader.
Machine learning scientist. I'm a technology leader.
Data scientist. A materials engineer.
As university professor.
Professor of data science and computer science.
Senior business intelligence engineer.
AI researcher.
I am a WiDS ambassador.
Ambassador.
WiDS ambassador.
Career catalyst advisor.
Decathlon University instructor.
Decathlon University instructor.
I am the next gen collaborator.
Next gen instructor.
WiDS exists to prepare a community not just to participate in the AI era, but to lead it. Our Next Gen professional program gives you many ways to learn and engage the community around you.
Next Gen Youth and Next Gen Inspire emphasize building critical thinking and ethical awareness in AI. Datathon Impact.
Working with real raw data was both new and challenging for me. Building an operational tool was also extremely rewarding.
Career Catalyst connects learners with advisors who will truly listen and help to see a clear path to advance their careers. Learners walk away with practical insights, more confidence, and clearer language for the work they would like to do. Regional conferences.
Over the years, I've hosted regional WiDS conferences and watched our community grow, not just in size, but in depth, connection, and impact.
Across industries and institutions, we hear that the biggest barrier to AI adoption isn't technical skills, it's the ability to translate AI into meaningful, context-specific applications. The new WiDS Human Edge curriculum is designed to fill the skills gap in demand today for workforce-ready AI talent. By going beyond technical instructions, the curriculum provides a real-world context for applying technology to solve problems. Our field is rapidly changing and employers need you. Now is the time for you to step up to pioneering roles in AI. We call on our members to raise your hand to new opportunities. And you're not doing it alone. We're here with you with our educational and community support. Are you ready to raise your hand and step up? We're calling on you to join us. I am ready. I'm ready. I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
준비됐습니다.
I am ready.
Digo tayari, estou pronta.
準備できてます。
Tayari.
I am ready.
I am ready.
Okay, so hopefully we are all ready as well this morning. And Rachel now will give an overview of the ambassador and the team bringing you the conference today.
Thanks, Rebecca. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel, and thank you very much for attending the conference today. We have a really exciting event planned for you all, but firstly, I'd like to highlight all the efforts that went into making today a reality. So we're a voluntary group of ambassadors. We're constantly expanding, and this is the largest group that we've had so far to date. And we're also always welcoming new members if you're interested. Next slide, please. So our conference theme for today is Women in the Loop. Dr. Angela Kinnan, who features as a panelist later, came up with this idea, and I think it's really important and relevant given recent developments in AI and the state of AI today. So our speakers are offering unique lenses for this theme. We'll hear more from them later. And they'll provide us with interesting and different insights. But we believe overall that women need to and should be included and involved in all aspects of data and decision making and have their voices heard. Thank you to all of our speakers who are here today on a voluntary basis. And thank you also to our sponsors, so Salesforce for the lovely venue and the teas and coffees. Acorn Life for the breakfast that hopefully you've all enjoyed, and Deloitte for our lunch. We have a QR code here for our Discord community if you would like to chat to any of us informally. And through the Discord, you can also access our LinkedIn platform to stay in touch. Also, just a note on why I became an ambassador. So I joined this time last year because I wanted to be part of a network of highly motivated and like-minded individuals, such as everyone in this room. I think fostering connections in groups like this are really important because learning and innovation are catalyzed as a result. I'm a researcher in statistics, and the presence of women in higher positions in academia is often limited. So I thought my involvement in this group would be a chance or an opportunity for me to help advance gender equality within data science in Ireland, and also hopefully encourage and support and inspire women in all aspects or at all stages of their education journey. So that's all from me. Thanks.
Thanks, Rachel. One area that will be touched on in today's keynote is Parkinson's and the importance of diversity in data sets that are represented. So this is just an insight that's shared because this month is Parkinson's Awareness Month. So our keynote will be Rochelle. You can check out our LinkedIn page for the live agenda because unfortunately Eventbrite doesn't keep it up throughout the day. So do check that out if you want to track what's going on today. Rachel touched on the theme, which is women in the loop. And for me, I'm a data and AI consultant. So I joined WiDS about 4 years ago. I was part of the group that brought in-person WiDS Ireland meetings to Dublin. So that's been really exciting. And it's an area that I find really interesting. So I joined to learn from others and connect with others. And I think that bringing data science and AI to a wider group, making it accessible, but doing so in a responsible way is really important. So it's great to be able to get some insights from all of our speakers today and the wider WiDS network. So I'd echo the call from Rachel that if you want to get involved, we'd love to have more insights and perspectives on board. So please do feel free to reach out. And Elaine, our wonderful MC, is joining us also for the 4th year in a row as a supporter of WiDS. And she's able to give really topical insights onto events that are going on in the data science and AI space, but also broader as a science and technology broadcaster and renowned podcaster as well. So a big thank you to Elaine for joining us today. And we'll hand back over to Elaine to kick off the formalities. Thanks, everyone.
And I must also extend my compliments to Rebecca, Rachel, and the whole team at WiDS. They put so much effort into this event every year, and that's why I keep coming back, because it's so well organised for a community-led event. And now we're all settled in. It's time for our opening address from Louise Ashbrook, representing our hosts here at Salesforce. Louise is Area Vice President for Healthcare, Education, Local Government and Transport for UK and Ireland at Salesforce. She has over 25 years of experience driving strategic technology use and is passionate about placing people at the heart of every technological solution and ensuring that public service teams reflect the diverse populations that they serve. She is also EMEA Chair of the I Belong Diversity and Inclusion Initiative at Salesforce and believes that a true sense of belonging is the ultimate catalyst for innovation. Thank you, Louise.
Good morning, everybody. I'm not sure I need the microphone, actually, and thank you for that wonderful intro. I wasn't sure it was quite so long when I sent it to you, but so welcome everybody to the Ahana floor within Salesforce. Ahana in Hawaiian means family. And we're really happy at Salesforce that this is the 2nd year that we've been privileged enough to host WiDS. So thank you for coming to this place again and for the sunshine to be out. It's an absolutely fantastic day. I just wanted to spend a few minutes really just looking at the title of why we're here today, which I think is absolutely fantastic, which is Women in the Loop. And just talk through, you know, we're at Salesforce Tower, we're overlooking the city of what I think is the global data economy. You know, here in Dublin, the skills, the capabilities around AI are really second to none globally. And I think we should recognise that when we sit here today and when we hear the fabulous speakers that are coming on board. On the slide, there is a Mobius strip, which is, you know, an infinite loop. And in data science, we often talk about loops, whether that's feedback loops, iterative loops, human in the loop systems, for example. And really, I think that, you know, constantly feeding back, but I think it's a critical element today of, you know, what we need to be doing in that world of AI. Excuse me a second. So what we don't want to do is repeat the mistakes of the past. We want to make progress in everything that we do and make sure that we've got the diversity, inclusion in everything around the data that sits within our AI. In terms of the sectors that I run at the moment, one of the biggest problems I hear from customers as we go out there is the fact that it's about accuracy of data. And it's not just about women, it's about diversity in general, really. So how do we make sure that we're involved in those decisions, that we're actually checking that the data has the diversity, the accuracy, and is really representing everybody in its decision-making process? I'm just going to press it on there, actually, I think. Oh, it's not working. That's me, is it? So when we think about what is the loop, then there are two things really. The first one is safety. And, safety is about when you're driving the car or when the machine is driving the car, you don't want it to crash. And the second one is about integrity, really. And integrity is the car going where everybody wants it to go? Is that going to be for the benefit of everybody? And can we ensure that we have got both safety and integrity at the very heart of the decisions that we're making with AI and the tools that we're now using? In terms of the black box, of course, when we look at the data that sits within that black box, it can be homogenous. So where are the women that are involved in that process of looking into and peering into that black box and making sure that the data that sits within it is representative, of what is 50% of our population right now? So, really our roles within this room and the fantastic skills and capabilities that sit within this room, we really have to elevate ourselves to be in that decision-making process, to be in the rooms where those decisions about data are being made. And really start to think about, how we make sure the data is accurate and is representing everything that we want it to represent. The other big thing as well, from my perspective, is, we lose a lot of women out of the tech world for one reason or another. And I think that, a pipeline, if it leaks, it's gone. What we need to think about is that continuous loop, and I call it the loop of sponsorship, which is I've spent a lot of my career mentoring people, and now I'm moving into the stage of sponsorship. And the difference between mentorship and sponsorship is really providing women guidance and advice around certain scenarios that they may face through their career journey. So whether that's I'm taking time off to have children, I'm going through a divorce, I've lost my job, I want to progress my career, then I've always been quite a strong mentor to people. But I actually think we're moving into the world of sponsorship now, and sponsorship is quite different. So sponsorship is about talking about and promoting the women that you have in your network, even when they're not in the room. It's about making sure that those women are elevated within conversations and are part of the decision-making process. And it's really about helping people to, one, be in the room, but two, elevating others to lead and become the people that we need within the world of data and AI. So I'd like us all to think about, who are the people that we need to sponsor within the room and within our networks externally, and really start to drive, the process and become involved in that. And really for me, closing the loop effectively is thinking about your own organisations. So, auditing that pipeline, making sure that we are involved in the process of what that AI is there to do. And we've got accuracy of data, diversity of data, and representation at every level. And then the formal sponsorship, as I've just talked about, is making sure that, we elevate women. Sometimes, I was at an event at Salesforce Tower in London, actually, only a few weeks ago. We had Dame Neslin talk. She's one of the world's renowned executive sponsors and does an awful lot of coaching. And she said, the problem is that women don't advocate enough for other women. And, I found that quite surprising, actually. But sometimes you recognise that that's quite true. There's a competitive nature to boardrooms at the moment. And I think we have to sit here and go, we're going to support the women that sit within our networks and sponsor them fully. And then deploy those ethical rails, make sure we've got humans in the loop, those AI tools and the data that we've got at the moment, we should make sure we've got regular governance reviews and that women are in the room when that's happening. So making sure that we ensure that we are. And I think it's our commitment to integrity. We're all on a journey at the moment where actually we're leading very quickly at pace into the unknown, and making sure that we're all on the bus. We're in that journey, and being inclusive and diverse in everything we do is going to be heavily important. So, the challenge I'd lay down to you today is, when you go back to your normal roles, take a look to see where we need to put more women in the loop, and make sure that we're effectively, shouting about that and moving the world forward in terms of that piece. So hope you have a fabulous day. It's been fantastic again to be asked here, and there's a great agenda, so thank you very much.
Louise, and I like the challenge that you've left people with. If you are in a workplace that is maybe lacking women in your role, network with the women here today, get to know some more women in these roles. And next